Hello and welcome to my first video on Cubric Vision. Cubric Vision is out already and available on GitHub to download. It's free, it's open source. You can create images, you can create videos, and all locally with open source models. You can grab version 1 right now. Just download your platform, save it anywhere you like, extract it, go in there, and run start. It opens up, just press install. This is going to install ComfyUI as the back engine. Yes, this app uses ComfyUI as its engine. So you get all the power of ComfyUI with a nice UI, easy to use, with refined models ready to go. You don't need to worry about issues. You don't need to worry about downloading stuff from the internet. Everything is done by a click of a button. The installation takes a while, so while you're waiting, you can go into the documentation website and you can learn a little bit about Cubric Vision here. I got a video here, a full featured video, a 1 hour video. You can either watch the video or just explore how to work with this app here. Once installed, you can go into models and choose any model that you like, press install, and wait until it finishes. So in this first version, we only have SDXL models and 1.2.2. So you can already do some images and videos. Future versions will have a lot more models. I'm planning on releasing every 2 weeks to a month, new versions with new models. So once you get some models installed, you can create a new project. Call it whatever you like. And you're taken into the gallery page. Here you have your little prompt box here. You can choose what model you want. Your installed models will pop up here. You have some operations to choose from. You got your ratio and the batch number. How many generations you want to do in one go. So I'll write a nice prompt. I press Q. And it starts generating, starts ComfyUI back engine. You have an option in settings to start as you start the app, so this doesn't happen. If that's unchecked, it starts ComfyUI on your first generation. Once the generation starts, you can see the latents coming in, and you got your generation at the end. Now I'm just going to quickly do a video as well, and I'll show you other features that the app has. So I could do a text to video, or I could just drag and drop this here, and I'll do an image to video instead. You have the duration here. The more duration you use, the more VRAM you should have. And I'll just do a 16 by 9. There's a nice feature that you have this button here. So our video workflows models are multi-stage. They have 2 stages. So if I press this here and I cue this in, the latents start coming through, and as I wait for that, I might as well say that if you press the Q key, you get access to your queue. So all your generations will be here, and you can stop individual ones. Okay, once that's finished, you get a preview of the video. So it's a low quality preview and saves you time, because now you can just press here and these will generate the final video if you are happy with the motion. You can also press here and it will create a video from this video, leaving this card alone. Why do we have that? Well, part of it is because if you go into settings, you can choose your LoRa's. High noise LoRa's for the first stage, and low noise LoRa's are for second stage. So you can create multiple videos from that video using only the second stage, where these second stage LoRa's will apply. So I'm just going to press here so that we get a video, and I can show you the rest of the app. Okay, the video is done. So if you enter an image, if you press an image, you go into your image history mode, and here you got available tools like cropping with different ratios. You got resize, you got upscale, and an interesting one, you got masking. So masking can actually detect faces, hands, and persons. So here we got the face of the lady. If I press it, you can see that it masks it automatically. Let's say I don't want to do anything to the dog, but I want to mask this logo. I can use my brush here. And I also have an eraser. I can change the mask by inverting it if it's easier to see, and I can clear it here. So if I now hold tab on my keyboard, I can choose, for example, detail, and I'm going to detail these two areas. So I got SDXL realistic here. I don't need to put anything in the prompt, but if you're detailing just one area, you can use that. So if I press Q right now, it's going to detail the two areas separately. So here we have the logo detailing in real time, and now the face. Okay, so we got some nice detail. Hi, this is me from the future. I forgot to show you a feature that is important. So if I control click or shift click this and I right click, you can see that you have quite a few options. One of them is very useful, which is the compare tool. So I can compare before and after our detail. This happens also in the video workspace, and you can also compare videos with images. So for example, here I also have this mode, so I could compare this. We also have some other options. I'm coming from a different version here, so you won't have all these options, but you'll have some of them in version 1. So here we can compare an image with a video, and if we press the spacebar, we can play the video. We can also have two videos playing at the same time, and you can zoom in. As you can see, detail is now part of the history for this card. If I go back into the gallery, it says detail right there because that's what's selected. But if I want to, I can go back to the original one, and now it says text to image. Of course, if I do a crop operation here and just apply this, now I got something that I can use for video in a 16:9 format. Here on the video, it's pretty much the same thing, but here we have a playhead to scrub through the video. We got in and out points, and all the operations in video respect these in and out points. I can press the spacebar to play the video. I have loop here. This is to change the timing from frames to seconds and back. We got the extend functionality, so I could write a prompt and extend from the last frame of wherever this is selected. So from this frame, I could just press extend. It will create a new video from that extension using the settings here. We also have crop, and crop can save a snapshot of the current crop window. So if I save a snapshot here, it will send a new image from this frame into the gallery. If I press save, it will save the video, just this part of the video. There's some nice functionality in this app. I invite you to explore it, check the documentation. You also have upscale, interpolate. So quite a few things to do here. You got first frame and last frame here. We can drop images there. And obviously in gallery, you can also drop any external stuff here from your file system. So I could just drag an image from my file system in here, and now I can work with that image. Same thing for videos. You also have a nice button to reuse stuff. So you can choose what you want to reuse from that generation. I'll just apply, and I can repeat that generation. Here in the queue, if you press and hold this button, you enter loop mode. And loop mode is just going to do generation after generation until you click loop again. And if I don't like the current generation that is generating, I can just press stop and cancel it, and it continues. I can change my prompt while it's doing that. So the next one will come with a, as you can see, I deleted Chihuahua, so there's no Chihuahua there. Next we should have a rat, exactly. And you can do this by changing your prompt and loop mode. It's a great way to get what you want. So I'm just going to stop loop mode, cancel that. So this is the first version I've shown you, is version 1.0.1. My Patreon supporters already have access to version 1.1, which is a version that already brings RunPod integration so that you can connect this app to RunPod easily and run it through RunPod. Next week, I'll be releasing version 1.2 to my Patreon supporters. All these versions land in GitHub eventually. After 1 month, they're released on Patreon Pro. As you can see, this is version 1.2, and here we have some new models and possibly some more in this version, and I'll keep adding models. Not just models, but we have a lot of features coming up, and I hope you test it, enjoy it, come back to me with feedback, and guys, I'll see you in the next video.